Have you ever found yourself wondering why there are times when you feel distant from God? It's a feeling that many people share, a sense of searching for something more, a longing for connection that goes beyond the surface. Maybe you've noticed these moments during periods of change or challenge or even quiet reflection when life's big questions rise to the forefront of your mind. Why do we sometimes experience this inner distance? What causes that deep yearning to understand who we're meant to be? These questions aren't just abstract. They echo through the stories of countless individuals, past and present, who have wrestled with identity and belonging. Throughout history, people have searched for significance, attempting to fill that void with success, relationships, or achievements, only to discover that these things just don't satisfy. The ache for genuine connection with ourselves, with others, and with God remains at the core of our experience. The Bible speaks honestly about this human struggle, helping us see the bigger picture of why we feel separated and what hope exists for real change. Well, today we're embarking on a journey together, moving from the pain of separation to the joy of reconciliation. Along the way, we'll explore profound truths about our spiritual identity, discover the barriers that keep us apart from God, and see how transformation is possible. Whether you're someone who feels lost or someone seeking deeper meaning, this message invites you to reflect, to hope, and to consider a new reality. One where belonging and purpose are not just distant dreams, but living possibilities. Let's pause and consider the real impact of being separated from God by our sin. The Bible is clear. Isaiah 59, verse 2 says, "Your iniquities have separated you from your God. Your sins have hidden his face from you." This separation isn't just about a feeling a little distant, it reaches deep into every part of our lives. When we're cut off from God, we often wrestle with feelings of emptiness, loneliness, confusion about who we truly are. There's a persistent longing for purpose and belonging. But no matter how hard we try to fill that void with success, relationships, or distractions, it never feels complete. This is more than just an emotional struggle, it's a spiritual reality. Sin doesn't just make us feel lost, it leaves us searching for meaning in places that cannot satisfy. This separation affects our relationships with ourselves, with others, and with God. Without that vital connection to God, we may find it difficult to experience true peace, love, or joy. Our sense of identity becomes blurred, and we're left wondering if we'll truly be valued or if we'll ever be enough. Even our best efforts can leave us feeling like something is missing. The impact isn't just internal, it spills out into our daily lives. Choices are shaped by insecurity, and actions may be driven by a need to prove ourselves or earn acceptance. The ache for connection remains, and the search for significance continues. The Bible helps us understand that this pain points to a deeper truth. We were made for relationship with God, and when that relationship is broken, every part of our life is touched by its absence. As you reflect on these realities, consider those moments when you've sensed this distance, a gap between where you are and where you long to be. Recognizing the weight of separation prepares us to understand why the message of reconciliation matters so much. We'll explore how hope enters the story, but for now, let's acknowledge the profound impact of being separated from God and why it matters for every one of us. So let's dig in a little deeper on what reconciliation really means and why it is such a powerful idea for anyone who feels distant from God. The Bible doesn't sugarcoat our situation. It says in Romans chapter 5 verse 10, if while we were God's enemies, we were reconciled to him through the death of his son, how much more, having been reconciled, shall we be saved through his life? Think about that for a second. By nature, we weren't just lost or confused. We were actually living as enemies of God, going our own way, separated by our choices and the reality of sin. But here's the incredible news: God didn't wait for us to fix ourselves or get everything right before he reached out. Instead, even when we were at our worst, even when we felt furthest from him, God made the first move through Jesus. He bridged the gap that we could never cross on our own. That's what reconciliation is all about, restoring a broken relationship, bringing us back into connection with the one who made us. Maybe you're watching right now and you feel like you're too far gone, or that God wouldn't want anything to do with you because of your past. Romans 5:10 directly speaks to that fear. It says that when we were at odds with God, he didn't turn away. He reached out in love. The hope of reconciliation isn't reserved for people who have it all together. It is for people who have felt lost, ashamed, or unworthy. Through Jesus, God offers a new start, not because we deserve it, but because he loves us so much. So, what does that mean for us right now? It means the door is open. No matter how far we feel from God, no matter what you've done or how long you've been running, reconciliation is possible. You don't have to earn your way back or prove yourself. All you need to do is remember that you're a child of God. That's your relationship. That your relationship has already been restored through Christ. If you're feeling that tug in your heart, that longing for something more, know that it's not just wishful thinking. It's an invitation. God is reaching out to you through Jesus, offering real hope and a transformed life. This isn't about religion or rules. It's about coming home to the love and acceptance that you were made for. As you reflect on this, ask yourself, what would it look like to remember that you're a child of God today? You're not alone in this journey, and there is genuine hope, even for those who feel furthest from him. We'll talk about how this reconciliation leads to real transformation and a brand new identity, but right now, take a moment and let that hope sink in. Reconciliation isn't just theory, it's a living possibility for you right now. Oh, well, hey, I'm Dwight Shetler, and I serve as president of Ambassadors of Reconciliation, where we help people reconcile according to the Bible. I'm really glad you're here. Over the years, I found so much hope in exploring what the gospel actually means for us, not just as an idea, but as something that can change our everyday lives. The truth is, the message isn't just ancient history or distant theology, it's personal and it's powerful. And if you've ever wondered, can my story really change? Is transformation possible for someone like me? Well, you're not alone. I've asked those same questions. And what I've discovered is that the gospel isn't just about information, it's about transformation. God's heart isn't for us to simply know about reconciliation from a distance, but it's actually to experience reconciliation, to be changed from the inside out, to become his beloved children in a real and lasting way. So let's talk about for a moment how this transformation or what this transformation actually looks like. When you remember you're a child of God, you're not just turning a new leaf or trying to be a better person. In fact, the Bible describes it as moving from death to life, from being lost to being found. Your old identity, marked by fear, shame, or feeling unworthy, no longer defines you. Instead, you're given a new identity as a child of God. That means you belong, you're accepted, and you're loved right now, just as you are. And here's the amazing part, that transformation isn't something you have to figure out on your own. God walks with you every step of the way, shaping your heart, healing old wounds, and giving a new sense of purpose. It's a journey, not a destination, a day by day process of becoming the person you were always meant to be. If you're interested in this journey and what it looks like in real life, or if you want some practical next steps, I invite you to check out the blog link in the description below. There you'll find stories from people just like you, people who once felt distant from God, but are now experiencing real transformation. You'll also find resources and tools to help take your own next steps, no matter where you're starting. So before we move on, I want to encourage you. Don't let this just be another video you scroll past. Take a moment to reflect what it would look like for you to remember you're a child of God today. Remember, you don't have to have yourself all cleaned up before you come to God. He's the one who does the transforming work. If you want to learn more or connect with others on this journey, make sure you check the blog below. I'd love to hear your story, answer your questions, and walk alongside you as you discover what real hope and transformation look like in your life. And stay tuned, because in the next section, we're going to dive into what it means to have a lasting peace in Christ.